Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to be going through the new Wayne Goss Luxury Cream Foundation, his puff, and the weightless powder. And we're going to do a time test. And this is actually the 4-hour mark because I forgot to film my intro and outro right after I did my makeup. So you might be going, wow, okay, but we're 4 hours in at this point. All right. Join me, why don't you, for the application, my thoughts as I'm putting it on, the cleaning of this, and yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff. If you're up for it, just keep watching. I have gone over and over how we should do this. You know, should I wear primer? Should I not? Should I use a brush? Should I not? Should I use this? Should I do what? Blah, blah. So I think what we're going to do is this first day. I say that because you guys told me a little while back about the L'Oreal Balm Foundation. It seems like it might be a dupe for something like this, so I have ordered it, and I'm going to do a second day where I can see, because this foundation is sold out in my shade and 3 others. I'm going to do this side of my face just like I normally would. I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use the sponge, a damp sponge, to press it in. I'm going to set it. I'm going to prime it. And on this side, we're just going to use this and his foundation and press it in with the powder like he says, and I'm not going to prime it or anything. How about that? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a cream foundation, which as I have gotten older, I have steered clear of because they tend to make me look like the age I am. Or what my mind says, this is what people 60 years old looked like. You know, my grandma certainly didn't look like me when she was 60. I'm going to take this Pure Canvas primer from Laura Mercier and put it on this side only of my face. I forgot to say that I'm 60 years old and I have normal skin. While that's getting tacky, let's open this and see what the shade is and all that business that we need to know about it. I forget how many shades there are. We'll put it here, but there's not many because Wayne is self-funded. But yeah, shade 10. I do like that it's so easy to see. Even without my glasses, I can see that says shade 10. You could get a darker one for a bronzer and use the lighter one to help lighten, you know, so you could contour if you had 2 or 3 more. That'd be nice to be able to see without my glasses what it says on the bottom. It is made in the USA. Let's do this together. Oh, well, that's very creamy. Okay, I was thinking that this was going to sort of be like, remember the Max Factor pan stick from, I used to use that in the 80s. And I mean, I would just coat my face all over with that. If I did that today, I mean, that was kind of like cream in a stick, wasn't it? So, I think that's going to be a really good shade for me. Yeah, let's try that right here, because I think that this is probably going to be a very good shade that just disappears right into my skin. Perfect. Wow. Okay, liking that. Let's do it. I'm going to take and I'm going to put it on over here with my finger first, and then I'm going to take a brush and smear it out. And I'm not getting a lot. I'm just kind of doing that. Okay? Just do that. Do that. I could actually spread this out with my fingers. I might just do that under my eye. Because I think, if I remember, Wayne said you could use it as a concealer too. I got my 10 by here. Let's see what's happening. Actually, this is not as thick as I thought it was going to be. I thought cream foundation and full coverage, this is going to be really thick. That looks just like my skin at this point. I thought because it was cream and full coverage, which that is nothing. That is not full coverage at all. I can't even see that's there at all. I'm not even sure that was enough to like even out my skin. Let's try going in here with the brush, which it's a clean brush, so other than the fact that I just had it on my skin. Okay, All right, that's building up more. Remember, this is the side that has the primer. Okay, we can see that that's doing pretty good right there. I like the finish so far. That doesn't mean I'm going to like it in 10 minutes, does it? Okay, so let's get a little bit more and put that on over here. Now we are going to be doing this a timed test, and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. I'm going to speed it up, but I'm going to use all the other Wayne Goss products, except for mascara, which I didn't ever buy. I told Mel when it came out, I'm like, I don't care. I'm not buying that mascara. I'm not buying that mascara. It's waterproof. I don't get why he did that, but okay. That looks good. I think that looks good. Don't you think that looks good? That is a perfect shade, I think. For the other side, the not primed side, we are going to use his Smooth and Set Poreless Beauty Puff. This feels heavier than I thought it was going to feel, so it's kind of substantial. Most of my puffs are like this, where on one side it's kind of a velour, you know, and then on the other side, you can tell the difference. Right there, just looking at the edges. This side over here is more like this, okay? Whereas this is more pressed down. And like all puffs, you know, that have a strap, except this one is elastic. This strap will stretch. I like that. And I'm going to use the smooth side to put on, and then I'm going to use the other side to do the powder. Okay, and way to go, Wayne. I do like that. It says Wayne Goss on both sides. So no matter which side you have it on, it says Wayne Goss. It's the little things in life. I'm going to use the more velour side to put it on. Let's bend it over and swipe through it. That's how I saw him do it. And let's just start. Now that would be full coverage. If you put it on with this, it's going to be more full coverage. I picked this side for this because I have these age spots over here and I wanted to see, is it medium? Is it fall? Is it gone? So this is almost full coverage because I can't see that anymore. And with medium coverage, I can see it. It's just diminished. Let's have a look-see. Did I mention you get a full ounce like most foundations? I really am liking it so far. But let the powder queen... Okay, I'm proclaiming that myself. I don't know a lot of older women who are as nuts about powder as I am, but let's try his powder. Let's open that up, and there's a cloud right away, even though we have tape on it. Oh, I know what this is. This is truly weightless. It says weightless. It reminds me of the By Terry Hydro Powder. I do want to point out that when I'm saying this, I mean in how they feel and how they look. These two powders are not dupes for each other. Their ingredients couldn't be more different. They're nothing alike. Wayne's powder has mica, and By Terry is just straight up silica. In fact, the By Terry only has two things. It's silica and sodium hyaluronate, which is just smaller in molecular weight than hyaluronic acid so that it can penetrate deeper into the cells, you know, bringing more moisture in there. That's what that powder is all about, right? Well, Wayne's powder is silky feeling like the By Terry, but it doesn't have either of those two ingredients. And I'm not saying that his powder is bad. It's straight up mica, which is a real multitasker and used to provide slip, enhance adhesion of the powder, gives some light reflecting properties, as well as serving as an anti-caking agent. It's also got some other ingredients in it that keep it from being thick. You know, that's why it's got that light feeling to it, and calcium carbonate to absorb moisture, you know, of the makeup. The two powders couldn't be more different, but really in presentation and in feel, they remind me of each other. Did you see that? Yeah, this reminds me of the By Terry Hydro Powder, which I didn't get on with. I'm just going to tell you, it made my skin look terrible. Hopefully this won't. So as you can see, it's white, translucent. What I'm going to do is on this side of my face, we're going to flip this little baby around, and I'm going to go in with the puff. Yeah. Is this erasing my pores? It is, somewhat. I'm going to go ahead and come up underneath my eye. Let's see how drying it is. I'm actually going to come over this too. Okay, I don't have on my glasses, but I think that that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's what it looks like if you do that. What I normally do is take a damp sponge, slightly damp sponge, and I will get that and press it in on the other side. I just think that that makes your pores like be hidden better than taking a brush, than doing what I just did with his puff. I think that it looks like the pores are more diminished with the damp sponge. Let's see how his powder handles this, because this is how I normally do it. And why would you do something different? I don't want to have a drawer full of foundations that I have to remember. Oh yeah, with that foundation I have to do this. I want to be able to do the same thing with every foundation. Okay. This is not handling a damp sponge that well, I don't think. In the 10 by. I'm not sure what you're seeing. Let me put my glasses back on here. I mean, from a regular distance, I don't think it looks that bad, but in the 10 by, you got to be careful here when you get a damp sponge and this powder. I mean, it could do totally fine over the top of another foundation, like a liquid foundation with a damp sponge, but over this cream foundation, it's better just to use the puff. On this side now, we're going to take the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and set it. Now what I really want to know is, how does this clean up? Is this going to tear up when I wash it? We know the Blendiful did. I haven't had a Laura Mercier puff or anything do that, but let me go wash this. I'll be right back. That didn't take me very long. It washed up beautifully on both sides. I'll report whether or not it dries overnight. If you're not a puff kind of person, you're probably, not going to like the puff, but I am. So I quite like puffs. So yeah, I appreciate it. I like it a whole bunch. Set a timer for 4 hours.
4 hours. Counting down.
I'm going to do the rest of my makeup really quick. I'll let you see it because it's all Wayne Goss, except the brows. I don't think he has, and the mascara, of course. I don't think he has a brow product yet. Oh, that's next. You know it is. Then he'll have a whole face. set the timer when I was actually through with my foundation, not when I was through fiddle farting around in here with everything else. So we will see as the day goes by how this side holds up with no, setting spray or primer on it versus the side that I did like I normally do my makeup. I can't turn off the studio lights for you guys like a lot of ladies do because it's too dark in there for the camera to see anything. But I can come to the window. This is what I look like in natural light in the house, and then we'll go out on the porch. And this is what it looks like outside. Not in the direct sun, of course, but yeah, my neighbor probably wonders why I'm talking to myself on the porch. It's been 4 hours and I'm back now. I have reapplied my lipstick and my eyeliner because that eyeliner always comes out of my waterline. It just does. It's the nature of that beast. So we ate lunch. I had Kung Pao chicken. And if you've had that, it's kind of spicy. So my nose started running. And then I started touching my nose, kind of. So I've wiped off a little bit of makeup here. But I'm going to come in close so that you can see how it's wearing. Remember that this is the side that I applied the setting spray and primer to, did it like my normal makeup. And this is the side where I just used his sponge and his powder using his puff. That's it. I do think it's wearing off a little on my chin and around my nose, of course, because I had but I've been making sure I have my hand under here, so I'm not touching my chin. I do think I'm getting a little shiny, don't you? Just a little bit.
4 hours, starting now.
And I will see you in another 4 hours. So we are at the 8-hour mark now. Let's take these off and have a look. I've not really looked at this. I've been cooking dinner. We ate. Oh, well, we're breaking down now. On the side, actually, that has the primer. The powder is breaking up. I didn't like it the way that I got the sponge wet and went in with the powder. It is much worse now than it was. This side of my face, actually, that has the primer and the setting spray on it, I think, in a tin buy anyway, looks worse than the side that was just the powder and the foundation. But let me come in for a quick look. This is the primed side. I don't know if you can see right here what I'm talking about or not. I mean, that being said, it doesn't really, I don't think, look that bad. I would love to powder. I have a zit coming up, but I don't think it has to do with the foundation. I think I was already getting that. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. 8 hours. I don't think it looks that horrible. I just look, like I need a touch-up. I really want to touch up. But dummy me washed this and it's wet. I could get another puff, but we'll just keep going and see how it looks at the 12-hour mark. So join me back here in 4 more hours. Well, for you, it'll just be the snap of my fingers. But okay, it's been a long day. 12 hours. Ugh, I'm tired. It's midnight. I want to go to bed. So let's have a look. Let's see how much is left. As per usual, I have cotton rounds and micellar water. Let us apply some to each one of these and see which way, which one, I mean. See, I'm so tired I can't talk. Let's see which one has the most on it. Now this side should, because it had primer and setting spray on it. This is the side that has primer and setting spray on it. I give it a big thumbs up, and I've worn it 2 more times since then. You're dying to know, aren't you? Setting spray and primer actually really do work, don't they? But yeah, there you go. I'm going to go take off the rest of this in the meantime. Good night. Then I hope you guys know, always remember, you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And that if you're not having a blessed day, the way you get one is to be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. 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 And I'm out.
No, I look like a ridiculous Cupid doll. Let's just all have a good laugh and get it out of our system. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. It is made in the USA. Born in the USA. It was born in the USA. But Wayne's not. No, Wayne isn't. Born in the USA. But Bruce Springsteen's born in the USA. Yeah, I don't want to touch this. It looks so pristine. It's screaming, don't touch this, da-na-na-na, da-da, don't touch this, da-na-na-na, don't touch this, oh. Super freak, thick. It's, hey, Peter, stop. Because he brought it out in waterproof. Peter, I hate you, stop it. Finally got that open, I use my teeth. Yeah, show me your teeth, show me your teeth, show me your teeth, yeah, show me your teeth. Oh, wait, my son got me this so I would do this. I feel so fancy. But if you're not a you're not a powder puff girl. Are you a powder puff girl?